Well, welcome Johnny Ray, World Superbike rider for Honda, and thanks for coming by to Honda TV just to give us some of your time and a bit of an insight into the next round, or actually the first round of the World Superbike Championship. So welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having us. I've actually been in Australia here since 1st of December, getting my preparations ready. It's the best place for me to do all my training because I can go outdoors. Back home it's too cold right now, and also my fiance is from Australia, so I feel like I'm a little bit half Aussie right now, and really looking forward to Phillip Island.
Oh, look, terrific. Before we get on to the 2012 season, I'd just like to quickly go over the 2011 season. How did you finish up?
Well, it's kind of one like I want to forget in a way, but I had so many good memories as well. It started off, pretty bad. I had to get airlifted out of Phillip Island after a testing crash on the Tuesday before the race. But we gathered some momentum. I got back to winning ways in Aston, and then I had a massive injury in Imola, which I missed 4 races with. And anyway, we got back to winning ways again, running at the front, and that was fun. That was the fun part for me of 2011, was being that far down. I was pretty beat up in my head, not enjoying things so much, but as a team, and with our bike and as a rider, to rise back up to the top and to stand on the top step of the podium was the best feeling ever, and a good way to start 2012. We've started on a good way, and testing's been going good.
Yeah, so you've finished the season on a high after a couple of after you missed 4 rounds, and then there was a few failures also for various reasons. So you finished the season on a high, and you ended up 9th in the championship. So that set you up ready for 2012. So you've been here for about 3 months. What sort of training have you been doing in preparation for 2012?
Well, I've been living in St Kilda in Melbourne, so it's pretty happening place with the cycling scene. I've been lucky enough to be riding with a lot of pros who've now headed back to Europe to start the World Tour, but and also just all my gym work. I'm not one of these sort of cycling's the only thing I do or fashion statement, but with the Red Bull high performance program, they're keeping me in check. Every day they're monitoring what I'm doing. I have to give feedback, and it's good, because I feel like we're not just tuning the bike as a machine. I'm tuning myself as an athlete, and together we should come together and get good results.
Before I move on to your race bike, you were lucky enough you went to the world launch of the 2012 CBR 1000. You also came to the Australian launch, which was fantastic to have you. What are your thoughts on the road bike?
Well, to be honest, I was really surprised. I have to be honest, I don't ride so much on the street, and my job's to ride fully tuned race bikes. So when you get the opportunity to ride a street bike, you're not sure what to expect. And I jumped on the bike in Portugal, and directly it was amazing how I felt the confidence to push to the maximum. And I was getting great feedback from the suspension, the chassis. Everything kind of does what it's supposed to do. It doesn't do anything wrong, and it's enjoyable. Things new for this year, we have like the new dash, which is quite cool. It's more like my race bike, and yeah, like new wheels. It's fresh because I've been riding the CBR Fireblade now for many years. In the current model, the last new change was 2008. So it's refreshing to see a new kind of look model. Sharper features, and it's cool. Yeah, it's refreshing, new motivation, and can't wait to see the bike in the flesh this weekend.
So you've gone from riding the road bike, you've now done some testing on the 2012 at Phillip Island. How did the testing go?
Testing went good. It's hard to gauge really because it was a private 3-day test, and then we've been testing with our rivals 2 days previous just. So we've done most of our testing this year alone in Qatar and in Phillip Island, but we were able to do a lot of laps. I've never done as many laps, trouble-free laps. We're not having problems with electronics like we were last year. With the addition of fly-by-wire, it's making my job a lot easier. And with some new crew in the box as well. I have a new crew chief, Chris Pike. He's working really good with me, and full factory Olin suspension, which is added bonus. So I feel like we're at a level playing field now with all our rivals. We have all the kit, and it's up to me and my team now to give ourselves a bike to go out and win on a Sunday. But we've been working hard over the winter. Last year we didn't fall asleep, but we kind of misjudged the next kind of leap that we needed to make. and where the others didn't. And we started the year on the back foot with my injuries and also the bike, but we haven't left anything to doubt this year, and hope we're coming out all guns blazing.
And you've got a new teammate this year as well?
Yeah, Hiroshi, you know, I'm really happy to have him on board, because last few seasons it's been the second riders, for one reason or another, hasn't been, you know, on my pace. And you know, that's great for me as a rider to beat your teammate, but it's not good for development, team development, bike development, where I feel like Hiroshi coming in, yeah, he's still finding his feet with the bike, but he's bringing a world of experience from Honda MotoGP. And GPs are proper racing machines, prototypes that are built to go really fast, you know, and with all that expertise and technical knowledge he's bringing, it's even I can learn from him. So it's been cool. He seems like a really nice guy off the track. I've been to Japan just 2 weeks ago to do some wind tunnel testing, and you know, socially he's a really nice guy. So I think we make a good team, and you know, I hope we can both do very well.
So just to wrap up before the weekend, I mean, we're excited. We're coming down to watch it. Honda Australia is certainly behind you. Are we going to see a win?
Yeah, that's the plan, but it's always the plan, you know, and there's 18, 20 odd guys that have that plan, and unfortunately there's only one winner.
But being Johnny Ray, you're going to give 120%.
Always, you know, that's, you know, I'm very proud to kind of have that, you know, that reputation of, you know, always giving 110%, and you know, it's just something about this. You know, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. It's just like a special feeling to start the year. Everything's fresh, motivation's good, the bike's working better than it's ever worked. We know Carlos is very strong in Australia, and it's suiting him and it's suiting the bike, but you know, there ain't going to be too many other guys trying as hard as we are, and just I would be happy, honestly, to come out of Phillip Island with you know, I'd say 2 podiums, you know, just get good points on the board, but you know, I want wins, and knowing me, it's we're going to try and make it happen.
Fantastic. Well, I'll tell you what, we're all excited. Get down to Phillip Island to see Johnny Ray at round 1 of the World Superbikes. Guaranteed there'll be some great results. Look forward to talking to you before round 2.
Yep, see you there.